Breaking censorship news, boys. In the wake of what is the failure of the UK's Online Censorship Act, they are now planning to ban VPNs to further restrict the internet, which is absolutely insane. And knowing that they're failing with these policies, they're now moving to implement new policies, which is to literally consider a 20% tax on the assets of people deciding to flee the police state, the restrictive state that is the UK. So let's get into it, boys. Make sure to like the video so that YouTube counts your view as a view, and subscribe. The UK's failure, that is the Online Censorship Act, their movement to censor the entire internet so that they can control what adults can and can't do on the internet, so that they can watch everything that you search, purchase, and every website that you visit, so they can all monitored by Big Brother, so they can monitor you like their big brother. Well, they've now noticed that that is failing, that is a failing policy, because people have circumvented it in the most old-fashioned way that is possible, which is what everyone expected, which is that they would use VPNs, because you cannot censor the internet. And not only that, a ban on VPNs, it's literally useless. It's so stupid. It does nothing. But of course, Keir Starmer and his flunkies know nothing about technology. They simply just want to increase their power as much as possible to show you how big of a boot they can fit on the back of your neck, and to see if you'll actually do anything. And it's utterly ridiculous. Talk about one of the most restrictive and insane governments of our freaking time. But moving on, of course, the things the lords didn't realize too is that enacting the Online Safety Act, they pushed tens of millions of UK users completely outside of domestic supervision and control, which is the VPN. The scale of crackdown required to reverse that outflow is almost unbelievable. It's almost impossible. But the UK now ranks number 8 worldwide for VPN adoption, because of course, whenever you try to restrict free people, they will find a different way to be free, and VPNs are those. But look, there's been over 10.7 million VPN downloads in the first half of 2025. The Online Safety Act appears to be behind what could be another record-breaking year. This is insane. The Online Censorship Act is an absolute failure. It's insane to even think that it was ever going to succeed. But of course, the UK thought that they could censor the entire internet under the excuse of protect the kids. And the more that they try to control their people, restrict their people, literally use their own citizens like data mines to continuously mine their information and sell it, of course you have people that want to flee this police state. They no longer want to be there because it is restrictive by nature. And what do? Well, they consider a 20% tax on assets of people deciding to leave the UK. So you can't even flee the UK. Look, the Berlin Wall was built to keep people in communism, not to keep capitalism out. This is ridiculous. It's insane. This is I don't even know what to say about this. That's how crazy it is. To literally try to tax them, to give them some incentive to restrict them even further so they can't flee your bullshit fucking country with its restrictive, ideology and everything else that it's doing. Well, that's crazy. But of course, the UK's Online Safety Act was sold as a way to keep children safe. It's now revealing itself as something else entirely. A national system for identity enforcement and algorithmic control. Lords are only beginning to realize what they've built. VPN use is exploding. Kids already route around the rules. Wikipedia says he'll refuse to age gate the site, daring the government to block it, saying good luck with that. Every login now risks exposure. Millions will be asked to prove their identity just to read or post online. And of course, privacy groups call it what it is, a quiet rollout of digital ID by another name. Ofcom is extending its reach from free speech to systems, demanding insight into how algorithms decide what you see, including those behind ChatGPT and X's Grok. Regulators now want to moderate the design itself. I'll tell you now, even having control, even if ChatGPT and X give, the UK total control over their algorithm and X and ChatGPT control what you see if you live inside the UK, there will still be other avenues on the internet where you can find out the truth, because it just so happens that the internet is open and free no matter what the UK tries to do. And them trying to censor the entire internet may seem like an insane thing to do, but of course they had to outdo Russia. How can you be the most restrictive country, arresting 12,000 people a year for freedom of speech, name yourself Keir Stalin, and be outdone by Russia? You cannot let that happen. I mean, look at this. Russia moves to mandate state biometric ID for online age verification. So they now want biometric state ID for online age verification. This is insane. But of course, the UK is even worse. And with Australia, we've got Kik and Reddit going to be banned for under 16, joining Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, and Snapchat. All 16-year-olds are going to be banned off of all of these sites in Australia. The restrictions will come into place on December 10th. Now, you can say what you want about having no kids on the internet. I mean, that would be a great thing, but I think that is in the parents' hand, not in daddy government's hand or daddy business's hand, okay? The parents are the ones that should keep their children offline, not the other way around. There's no reason why the government should be restricting you, what you can say, what you can do, what you can buy or look at, all to keep some kid off the internet. There's no reason that they should be able to take away your anonymity and your right to free speech simply because children exist and they might go on the internet. And the internet is such a dangerous place on, Kik and Reddit and TikTok and YouTube. There's already YouTube kids. This is insane. I guess if you're 16 years old in Australia, you're going to be on YouTube Kids from now on. Enjoy your cocoa melon. I'll just say that. But moving on, we go on to Stop Killing Games, where the UK does what it does best. Whenever it receives a petition with a crazy amount of signatures, they do the same thing they always do, which is, we don't care how many of you there are. You can fuck yourself. We're going to do what we want anyway. We will never do what you want, the citizen, okay? Daddy government is in control. Of course, Stop Killing Games is absolutely a good movement, okay? I believe in the right to private ownership, okay? And it literally must be respected. But these games that you buy, like New World that is closing its servers down, is ridiculous, because you buy these live service games, you put money into them, and then they close them down. They close the servers down, and you lose all of your money. It's just like you will own nothing and you will be happy. But the UK Parliament responded with digital ownership must be respected. UK Parliament debated the Stop Killing Games campaign on Monday, but the government isn't budging from its stance. They are going to continue to do nothing, continue to not listen to the people or what they want, and look at how the people are receiving this, because of course they would. The pirating will continue then, and it absolutely will, and it's justifiably so. If they're not going to respect your right to property and not let you purchase the game and own the game, they keep full ownership of it and can close the game down at any time, well then, sorry to tell you, but piracy will continue. Of course, every single motion important to people has even been ignored. What's the point of even having a petition? The whole lot of them seem to be ignoring the people they claim to represent, and they are. They don't care about you. The government fears you the most. That's why they want to watch you the most. They don't care about actually giving you freedom, rights, civilities. They don't care about that at all. They care about how much they can get away with, how much they can control. But look, honestly, I think we dodged a bullet on this one. We saw how the UK protects its people. I don't think we want them protecting games. They might be right there. They might be right. Look, how the government responds. To-do list, nothing. To the people's petitions. Yeah, every single freaking time. Look, things like this is why piracy and emulation is 100% the moral thing to do. It allows true ownership and preservation. The game companies will give me hella bribes if I just keep things as the status quo. Random politicians. Yep. This is what I am talking about. The UK government is collapsing. Since when are so many people fleeing the UK that they literally have to say that they are going to put a 20% tax on you to incentivize advise you to not flee the police state. You know, I've always called Keir Starmer North Korea Starmer, and I think he's finally lived up to the name, but this little flunkey's pushing this one out. This is ridiculous. It's crazy. Anyways, boys, what do y'all think about that? Paper or plastic? Paper being good, plastic being bad, baby. I'm going to go with plastic. I think it's plastic as fuck. As y'all can see, I'm sick. I am so sick, boys. I'm sorry. I don't know about y'all, but I don't. Have you ever been so tired from, like, you know, physically exhausted that you haven't eaten anything all day, that you literally couldn't even bring yourself to eat? Like, you're just so tired you can't even eat. Yeah, that's where I'm at, boys. I'm sick. I've been working all day. It's been rough, but this is some news that I knew I had to get out because this is crazy. This is talk about the UK living up to its name of, like, Keir Starmer living up to his name of North Korea Starmer, literally trying to punish his own citizens for fleeing his bullshit fucking policies. Like, you're kidding. Are you kidding me? This is where we're at in the big 2025. Anyways, boys, I have a big update coming later. I'm excited to show y'all. I'm going to make it a video. I'm really excited, but comment down below if you made it this far. Say, yeah, I don't know. Say paper. Tell me already. All right. I don't know. All right, boys. I love all of you, man. Thanks for watching. GG's, boys. Peace.